and... Oh! Oh!
Can't get you out of my I keep thinking.
How's it going, everybody? Draegast here. Welcome back to some more scrap mechanics. So, I have been playing this a little bit, trying to understand a few things, a few of the game mechanics, so we can build better creations here. Now, my goal today is to either build a plane or a rocket, something to get me in the air. I feel like I could possibly build a plane, but I don't actually know if the physics are here. Like, if, for example, I make an aileron, will the actual physics acknowledge that I am changing the wind turbulence, therefore gaining lift? Now, I have been understanding it a little better. I actually built this little block that can turn on a click of a button. That's essentially all you need to build ailerons and rudders, for example, for planes, to actually utilize them. So I do think you can build planes in this game. The question is, are the physics there to allow them to gain flight? We're going to find that out today. Okay, so I loaded up a new map here. There is, in fact, the ordinary map, and then just a totally flat map. This is a great place, obviously, to try speed creations or flight creations, because you kind of need a flat ground to take off. So we're going to do that today. This has reset my whole bar, so now I'm all confused. But yeah, I'm going to have to build a plane. Now, the thing with planes, obviously, is they need to be light. Now, barrier small or lightweight. Pretty much everything else, I believe, besides wood is lightweight. Now, I guess, you know what? Let's go old school. I'm going to build a wooden plane. We already got wood down there, so that's okay. What else do I need down here? I'm going to need wheels. I can get rid of the stone. I can get rid of the book. Let's put this here. Just get this all set up really quickly. Okay, so I think I pretty much got everything to create a plane here. Now, again, I want this pretty small. We want to focus on making it as light as possible, because I don't even know if we can take off yet. I haven't tried it anything. Or anything, so we're gonna have to do this really quickly just to see if the physics are there to do so. So that's a good starting platform. We're just gonna put my seat. Oh shit, looks like we need one more space here. You definitely do want it, you know, even on each side, or you're gonna have weight issues when you're in the air. So, one more thing here. Now this is getting a little big. I didn't want it to be too big, but you know what? You can't really complain too much. In terms of the weight, where do I want it? Probably more in the back than in the front, so we're gonna do that. Maybe put the engine up in the front. Now, actually, just for now, I'm going to add a bit to the back as well, because we obviously need the rudder and tail fin and everything back here. So, again, it's not going to be pretty. I'm just going to do this really, really quickly here. And, of course, we don't have a center beam because it's only 4 across. So, I got to do probably... Shit, am I going to have to do... You know what? Let's just add one more... The problem is, if I add one more line here, then my seat is uneven. So, I really don't know how to get rid of this. Okay, you know what, for right now, because I don't even know if the physics are going to be there, I really don't know how to do this back rudder. I've been starting to design it, but I'm just judging that the weight is going to be so heavy for this thing right now, so we're going to have to build a very huge craft to have a rudder. So for right now, I'm just going to have wings and then the back smaller wings, I don't know really what they're called, to generate lift. I'm not going to have really much churning. I just want to see if I can get this thing off the ground, essentially. Okay, and because we scrapped the rudder idea for at least right now, I'm actually going to, well, I already did shorten the craft a little bit, only because I just want to make it as light as possible. Again, we just want to see if I can generate lift via having ailerons. I think that's how you're supposed to say it anyways. How many do we got here? It looks like I'm going to have to probably take off this, and we should be good. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so one more here. And then here is our back, but I gotta add bearings now and actually design some ailerons as well. So to do that, I'm actually gonna get rid of these pieces right here, and we're gonna get rid of these pieces over here, and then we are going to add a bearing on each one of these sides, and then you can just obviously rotate this, and it will rotate anything you attach to it. So what we're gonna do is attach this, make it a little wider. Same thing on the other side, and you get the idea. These are the back rudders or lifters or whatever, once I get them set up, of course. But now at least we know they can bend, and that's exactly what we want. Okay, and just do fine touches on the wings. Again, very two-dimensional creation right now. Nothing too crazy, but if this does work, obviously I'll put more time into building a plane, because having a plane in this game, an actual working plane, will be absolutely awesome. Okay, so let's go 1, 2, 3. We're going to go 4 out, and then we're going to get rid of, let's say, that many of these. We'll do the same thing on the other side here. Okay, and now these look both obviously very even as well, so that's good. Just going to do the same thing again, add some bearings for rotation. You only need it on one side, because, well, there isn't any destruction in this game yet, so you can put force on whatever you want. You can load as much as you want on these bearings, and it's not going to do anything. I actually saw a transforming house utilizing these bearings, so you can really do whatever you want with these. And again, we'll put some ailerons on here and put them out a little bit. That way, I'm just assuming if you add an extra layer, it's going to give more lift to it. Okay, so we got the bearings in place. Now we just got to figure out if I want wheels on this, what else do I want to do, and obviously add the engine and connect everything. And then hopefully, well, we got to add some rockets as well, but then hopefully we can maybe take off. Who the hell knows? So I'm going to assume I'm going to need some wheels here because we're going to need to get up some speed. So this is going to be a very weird looking craft. And I have no idea if it will work. But here's our wheel placement at the front and then on the damn wings. Isn't it perfect? And again, we won't even add rotation to these wheels yet because, again, we have no idea if this is going to work or not. But we do have to actually get rid of this lift and re-put it on there because it needs to be in the middle. There we go. Okay, so I can attach this last wheel. And now it's the fun part of making the connections, setting up the switches, and making this thing actually work. So actually, we don't need an engine now that I'm thinking about that. We are just going to use thrusters. So let's add one thruster here. You know what? Let's just do, for right now, 2. I'm feeling confident with 2 because this is obviously a very light craft. We don't even have an engine on it anymore. But now we need to add switches and a lot of new things that you guys haven't even seen yet. So this is going to be fun. Okay, now we're going to get into the fun stuff, and bear with me here if it's very hard for me to explain this, because I'm awful at explaining things, but this is the controller. What the controller does is allow sequences for your bearings. Basically, you can attach switches to this, for example. When you press a button, that sequence will happen. Now, what are sequences? Basically, if we open this up, oh, we got to connect bearings before we see anything. That is correct. So let's just do that really quickly here. We're going to connect this to all the ailerons. So this, that, and that one over there. Okay, so now that is connected. They are all going to the controller first. Now, what the controller does, this probably looks very confusing, but it's actually very simple. These zeros here are what you want your start position to be. Now, I built this in the way I want them to be at the start, which is, you know, straightforward, so I can get some speed up. And then I want them to rotate. Now, I don't actually know what I want them to rotate. I think I want them to rotate backwards. And I don't want 90. Let's say like 60, because you want that a little bit of lift, right? So we're going to do all these at 60, and hopefully I'm doing it the right way, because if not, it's going to be very confusing. But what this rotation editor basically allows is sequences. So for example, if you had a door and then a lock on a door, if you wanted a locking mechanism for your door, you would put the second rotation here. So first you would rotate your door to close it, and then you would rotate your lock to lock it. I will actually get more into that as we start building houses and whatnot, so if you don't understand it, I don't blame you. It's a little confusing unless you're actually just fumbling around and learning it as you go. But yes, we want this attached to this button as well. That way I can push a button to actually start these things up. And then you got to attach the button to the chair. Now you see that 1 there? That basically means if you press the number 1, this sequence is going to happen. So I actually probably got to take it off of the lift first, and then the sequence should work. Where is my lift? Oh, final button. There we go. Get that lift off there. Let's hop on, press the 1 button, and okay, well, half of them work. That's a passing grade, at least in Canada. I just got to re-rotate these. I forgot to rotate the actual bearings there. So a very simple fix. Bam and bam. There we go. And when I press the button 1, that lifts them up. Actually, a little too high for me. I don't think that's going to generate enough lift. So we want them... let's do like 45 degrees. I think 45 degrees is probably the best way to generate lift. But I am no engineer, so I have no damn idea. Okay, so my ailerons should officially be good. They will go up and generate lift, and we can figure out if we can in fact get in the air with creations yet, or if the physics are just not there. Now I obviously got to attach my rockets to... I don't think you need an engine with rockets, right? I'm trying to remember, but I'm pretty sure you can just... yeah, you can totally attach them. So we are pretty much done here. I know it's not pretty... but if it can get in the air, man, I would be so damn happy. I don't think it's going to work, though, guys, to be honest, so don't get your hopes up. But let's try it. Okay, let's get up some speed first. It is a bit bumpy here for being flat ground. Jesus, I might need to add suspension to my damn plane. All right, we're going to lift off, and... well, it does... maybe I'm jinxing it, but it feels like when I hit bumps, it's actually trying to lift off a little bit. But, as you can see... yeah, this isn't a plane yet. Okay. So that either means the physics are just not there, or this plane is just not good enough yet. So I'm going to do one more thing here. I'm going to add more power. Actually, we want this higher so it doesn't drag on the ground. And add more power over here. Make sure everything is sorted. That looks good. And obviously, we got to attach these as well. Got to remember to attach your stuff, guys. I love how easy this game is, though. Like, I totally understand most of it already. I just don't have the complex mind to build some of these crazy things that I'm sure people are going to build. Okay, though. Enough talking. Let's try and lift off. What the fuck was that noise? Okay, let's slow down for a second. It's hard to tell if that was just the bump pushing my craft upwards, or if it was actually my thing. So let's actually just keep these on and see what happens here. I don't know. It seems like it's mostly has to do with the bumps and not to do with my actual ailerons, but it's actually really hard to tell if it's working or not. Maybe a better design would do better at this. I feel like I'm on to something here, though, and that's what I really like. I just wish this was... Oh, shit. What the fuck just happened? Is there... Okay, there's a wall here, guys. And I don't think there's an easy way to turn this thing around, because if I place it... oh, shit. Now I got rid of my seat. I am really fucking up now, guys. Okay, let me reset this for a second. Okay, I have re-put on my seat and reconnected everything. At least I hope so. But I don't actually know... Man, I really wish they added some sort of rotation thing here, but actually, if you put it on the lift, it stays in the same direction it is. So there is an invisible wall over there. So I gotta figure out how the hell I'm supposed to turn this thing now. Do I add churning, or is there a different way? You know what? I'm just probably gonna add churning wheels. It's probably the easiest option here. Okay, and now we should have enough to actually turn this. Now, I did make them inverted. I didn't mean to do that, but whatever. They still work. That's all that matters. And it's also a bit higher off the ground in the front now, so maybe, just maybe, I can take this beast off? Please, please, come on. Oh, man. Even if I do take it off, though, there's some serious stability issues. Now, I wonder if adding some sort of gyroscopic thing in the middle here will actually balance it. So let's try that as well. I'm also going to get rid of the aileron idea, but I'm going to attach, I think, rockets to the ailerons, and that actually might just work kind of like a VTOL, if you will. If that's not making any sense, don't worry about it. I'm gonna do some changes here, and we'll see what happens. Okay, so we're gonna drop back down to 2 engines here. We're just gonna put them right on the ailerons here. Looks like, did I put one? Oh, I put that one on the opposite side. So there, that is even on both sides. Perfect. The fuck is going on with my back here? Why is this aileron all fucked up? It's not even registered anymore in the rotation editor. I must have screwed... Yeah, I really screwed something up over here. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what happened. It's not attached anymore, though. Maybe I took a piece off or something. There we go. Now it's reset. That actually scared me, because I had no idea what the fuck just happened. You know what? Just for the hell of it, let's actually put some on the back as well, because I'm feeling confident in my abilities to take off. Okay, before we do anything else to this, let's just try it out and see what happens now that when we press 1... Oh, shit, these things will actually go down, and, of course, I didn't program that one as well. So I gotta invert this to make them go up, because it doesn't work like ailerons anymore, so that's actually pretty easy. We just got to, I guess I could just even rotate them. That would be even easier. So I just rotate this, rotate that. Oh, come on, get up there. It's actually kind of hard to jump over these things, I'm finding. Rotate this one, and rotate that one. This one I still gotta sit up, but let's just make sure. There we go. Now, one problem. Wheels go off the ground now. You know what? We're gonna fucking try it anyways. I just gotta set up this last one. Actually, I am gonna raise this only because I want a completely flat surface. The front is raised a little bit, so I may as well raise the back as well. That's just gonna take me a quick second here. Simple enough. Let's raise this sucker up. Put a block there. Put a bearing there. And then put a wheel there. Side one, done. No big deal. Okay, and finally, just connect the engines once again. And we should be good to go with a very basic design here. No idea if it's going to work or not. I'm hoping I can just kind of coast in the air for at least a couple seconds. That would be great. So let's try it out here. Let's hope for the best. Let's actually zoom out a bit here if we can. There we go. This thing's way too fast. Okay, let's go this way, I guess, since it wants to go this way. And... Oh! Oh! Okay. Okay, they're going. I probably should have checked that first. They're actually going in opposite directions. Clearly, I don't understand rotation when it comes to this thing. Honestly, though, like, look at it. It is kind of confusing to look at and truly understand what's going on here. So, let's just figure out. Let's press this button. Oh, yeah, I gotta get rid of the damn lift before I do that. I hate that you can't, like, tweak things well on the lift. So, get rid of the lift, get on here, press the button. Okay. So, the one that I changed didn't go the right way, and that made us spin. But we did get in the air, guys. That's what's important. So, simple enough. We have to, once again, put this thing on here. This is why, I mean, it's kind of annoying putting the lift off and on. It should just work, you know, simultaneously. Okay, so there we go. We changed that. Everything should be good now. Let's grab that damn lift again and go to the skies. Let me just make sure. There we go. Everything is totally okay. So, get a little bit of speed here. And yeah, that's not working at all either. Okay. God damn it. I can't even really call this a plane because, I mean, let's face it, this is not working that good. But a famous Wright brother once said, Rome wasn't built in a day. And I don't think a Wright brother actually said that, by the way, so don't quote me on that. But yeah, I think we're getting somewhere. It's just going to take a lot of more understanding to truly start utilizing this. Like, it kind of does work, but to be honest, I would not consider this a plane. I would consider it, you know, a child's toy, if you will, version of a plane. You can see, I mean, I can probably change these a little bit, do more rotation, maybe do, like, a total VTOL. Actually, you know what? Before I end this, let's actually try that. I'm going to make this so it goes straight down, and that way maybe I can lift off and then push them out, typical to most VTOLs. So to do that, we're just going to drop them by 90 degrees, and that should put them directly downwards. Now, I don't know if it's going to be able to do this. I might need to change it a little bit because it's going to go lower than the tires, actually. You know what? We actually don't even need the tires in this scenario, but I do like the idea of being able to land this. So let's keep the tires on. We obviously aren't having a weight issue, so this should be good. Let's just try it out. So it should go... Oh, that's not totally 90, is it? Am I seeing things? That is definitely not totally 90. Kind of weird that... Why is it doing that? There's like a lot of bend here. I'm assuming it's just the weight from my actual creation screwing it up. Anyways, let's try it out here. Okay, that's actually... You know what? There might be something to that. I think I might... I think my best chance is making some sort of V2OL creation. But anyways, guys, I think we're going to end this one here. We've done enough for this episode. I kind of showed you guys a lot. This game is going to be released on the 20th. That's when the survival aspect comes in. Until then, I'm just going to kind of try and broaden my knowledge of understanding how to build some things. So let me know what you guys want to see me build in the comments below. I tried for a plane here. Didn't really work too well, but I think, you know what? We got off the ground. That's successful enough for me for one day. And yeah, thanks once again, guys, for all your support. You guys seem to really enjoy the first episode. I hope you enjoy this one as well. Next time, we'll go back to probably the old map, because this one's a little bland, as you can see. Anyways, guys, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.